Or your dad said?
Would you say your grandpa was a big influence for you getting into musical theater?
Definitely. He was kind of my first in-person experience with music, since nobody else in my family really did it. So he was my first interaction, like musical interaction that I had, and so that's really important. But he was more of like a musical inspiration, but I kind of started theater and stuff on my own.
But I just go on thinking and sweating and cursing and crying and turning and reaching and waking and dying, and no, not a day goes by, not a blessed day.
So I started musical theater when I was 5. We had just moved to Tampa, and my mom had put me in kind of like a song and dance group, like a little performing troupe that went around Tampa and performed at like nursing homes and malls and things like that. And I remember really liking it. And I was very attached to my mom and didn't like going places, and this was one of the only places I could go to and feel comfortable. And I remember my teacher and talking to my mom, and I tried voice lessons for a little bit, but my mom thought I was too young, so we took a break. But I danced and I sang, and I did that for probably a year or two, and then I started theater. And I was in Little Rascals. That was my first play. I remember really feeling comfortable being myself, and I was such an anxious child that it was just this one place where I felt comfortable and safe besides at home, so it was a really good outlet for me. And I remember it was kind of mixed ages in the cast, so I remember thinking it was so cool seeing older kids. I thought, you know, they were only a couple years older than me, but it felt like they were like 10 years older than me. And I just thought it was such a cool environment to be in, and I remember like going to Goodwill and picking out the costumes and thinking it was all so cool, and I just loved it, and I stuck with it.
What was your character in Little Rascals?
It was made up. My character was written in. The theater I went to was a community theater, and the guy rewrote Little Rascals, like a non-copyright version. And I was a twin with my best friend at the time, and we would go on stage like attached in a coat together. So it was written in. But then like the first show I actually did there, I was Sandy in Grease, and I was 8. So I did it kind of as a hobby all throughout elementary school, and a little bit in middle school. I kind of took a break. I did like 1 or 2 shows, and I actually did band for a little bit. I played the trombone, and I still really liked music, so that was kind of how I stayed with it. And when I was touring high schools to go to high school, I saw a show at my local public high school. I was going to go to a magnet school, like for like an IB school, but I saw a show at the public high school, and it was this amazing musical, and I was like, wow, I've never been in anything like that, and I think I could, and that looks really awesome. So I decided to go to a different school than I had been planning on specifically for the theater program. And once I joined that, everything kind of like everything kind of took off from there. In my theater troupe, we were part of the International Thespian Society, and I was on their board of directors, so I was just kind of a leadership position within our troupe. And I was an honors member, and I think I was there for like my freshman through senior year. I was in the thespian troupe.
Men are stupid, men are vain. Love's disgusting, love's insane. A humiliating business.
piece of advice that you would give anybody who's just starting out in musical theater that you've discovered over your years that's important to follow by?
I think the most important thing as a musical theater performer is to trust yourself and to believe in you as an actor, as a person, as a brand. It's hard, and you're gonna get told no a lot, and you're kind of working against everybody, but as long as it's what you want to do, it's totally worth it. But like, you can't do it for anybody else. You have to do it for you.